Morning everybody, Sam here, Manchester United People's Person and United People's TV, Facebook and YouTube technology, Here with MUFC Daily, number 2, hashtag it. I can't believe I just nicked that, but I accidentally just said it. Anyway, how are we doing everyone? Manchester United playing Benfica tonight in the Champions League, third game of the group stages, 2 wins so far, Manchester United flying high. But today the main story is about Jose Mourinho. As we covered yesterday, there were comments from Jose Mourinho which were a bit, some would say, disrespectful for him to talk about PSG and the idea that it's something that he's ambitious towards as some part of his career whilst he's Manchester United manager. Now, Jose Mourinho was asked about this in his press conference yesterday before Benfica. Before we get into that, as always, where are you watching this from? Leave it in the comments below. If you're on YouTube, send me in a super chat if you want. I'll make sure I talk about your point. A few shout outs here. Keith Robinson watching from Ireland on Facebook, as is Adam Glazebrook from Nottingham, and Salman watching from India. Pratik watching from Nepal. Reds around the world. How you doing? Good morning. Evil Before watching from Belgium on YouTube. But anyway, let's get to the point himself. Mourinho is saying he's dismissing rumours of an exit. This is what Jose said in his press conference. He said, "I think you, the English media, have the answer for that, because in one day it says I'm going to sign a 5-year contract for $1 billion per season, and then the next day you say I'm leaving and going to PSG. I think that is the answer. The answer is nothing is happening. I'm not signing a new 5-year contract and I'm not leaving for PSG. I'm at Manchester United and I have a contract, and that is that." And when he expanded on the subject, Mourinho then added, saying the only thing that is true is that, and there was not a misinterpretation of my words, is that I'm not going to end my career at Manchester United. He goes on to say that he sees himself being a manager in football for another 15, 20 years. Now, how old is Jose Mourinho at the moment? Let's have a quick look. I think he's probably, 53? 54, not bad. So he's saying that he can go until he's 70? And Fergie went until he was past 70. So that could easily happen. Now, I personally feel, I've always felt that Jose Mourinho, the job that was going to change him, and by change him I mean not a club that he's guaranteed to leave after 2 to 3 years. I always felt that was Manchester United, and I absolutely stand by that. Now, he has obviously won the Europa League, he's won the League Cup, he's going for the Premier League this year. The Champions League, I feel, is out of Manchester United's reach at the moment, but we'll see how we get on. We started very well in the Champions League, and away European football suits Mourinho's style. If Mourinho wins the Premier League this year or next year, how can he not be offered a new bumper contract by Manchester United by winning 3 trophies in 3 seasons? That's getting Manchester United back to the way we feel we should be after the Moyes debacle and obviously Louis van Gaal. But let's hear what you have to say about this. We got Sutasom on Facebook saying, "I see him being here for at least 2 more years. He doesn't without winning the league." I think winning the league is the point, is everything. If Mourinho doesn't win the league in the next 2 years, you could easily see him being replaced. I'm not sure who by within 2 years. But that's clearly the point where that's the measure of his success at Manchester United. If Jose Mourinho wins the league, it's been a very successful managerial career for him at Manchester United. If he doesn't, there'll be some that argue that he has failed at the club. We've got Taito Anderson watching from Faroe Islands. Who else is watching? We've got Arav watching from Mauritius. How you doing, mate? Now, another little point that Jose Mourinho goes on to say, saying, "I think it's impossible to last at one club for like 15, 20 years. Arsene Wenger is the only exception in the Premier League." Obviously, Fergie was that guy. But Mourinho, for me, I can see him being at Manchester United for around 5 years. I think he'll get an extension at the end of this. I think he'll definitely at least get an extension offer. Whether or not he accepts it is obviously down to what is going on at that particular moment in time. But I don't see Mourinho leaving after his 3-year contract. I think he'll stay for a little bit longer. And let's see what happens, Lots and lots of you are asking about Benfica team news. And we've got some early team news. Some good, some slightly bad. But basically, Marcos Rojo is only 2 weeks away from returning to action. Gives Manchester United another fantastic option at centre-back. And potentially at left-back, but I really don't want to see Rojo start at centre-back. That's where he reinvented himself. Not reinvented himself, that's where we saw the best form we've ever seen from Rojo in the United shirt under Mourinho last year. And were it not for that cruel ligament injury he suffered, I think it was against Celta Vigo, same game that Ibrahimovic suffered his ligament injury, Rojo probably would have played in the final. But if Manchester United aren't going to be using 3 at the back at any point this season, someone like Rojo alongside Bailly and Jones, that is a centre-back trio I can put some trust in. He said there is no Eric Bailly. He was injured for the national team. So there's no Eric Bailly against Benfica tonight. Shame for him, but we've got Victor Lindelof, who will probably be starting against his former club. And if Rojo's only a couple of weeks away, then that's good news for him. Let's read through a few of your comments. Taito here saying, if Jose was to leave, who would I prefer to take over? Pochettino probably, but I don't know why. Personally, don't know why Pochettino would leave Spurs, and I don't know why Spurs would let go of what is their biggest asset in Mauricio Pochettino. I think it all depends on what happens this year for Spurs. If they can't win the league this year, it's the third year in a row where Spurs have been one of the best teams in the league, but they haven't won anything. They could be an exodus. I've got Eamon watching from Clacton. Very tropical in Clacton. How you doing, Eamon? Habib saying, let him go. We shouldn't talk about that while he's our manager. We are Manchester United. I do understand that some consider it disrespectful for Mourinho to have done this, but there's no way I would consider the point of letting him go because of it. This is Jose Mourinho. He knows exactly what he is saying in the press 24/7. He's so screwed on, he's so clued up as a manager, he doesn't say things by accident. So he said that for a reason. Maybe he's trying to force United's hand because the negotiations on a contract extension aren't going as he wants them to at the moment. As a shrewd man, he knows exactly what he is doing. Got Sia Bonga saying, I would love Allegri from Juve. He could be exciting. Allegri doing wonderful things at Juve. Somehow they've got better after selling Paul Pogba and got rid of Kinsey Coman as well. Got Zlatan injury update, question mark, asked Bibash on YouTube. Nothing for the moment on Zlatan, but he is training with the team. Not sure if he's back in full training yet, but we'll see Zlatan back sooner rather than later. Score prediction for tonight, says Seb Hine. It's a good point, right? Everybody in the comments now, give me your score prediction. I'll read some of them out. But for me, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I think tonight is obviously a game. If Manchester United win with 9 points after 3 games, we're basically through to the knockout rounds of the Champions League after only 3 games. But Benfica may have got pumped 5-0 by Basel and lost 2-1 at home to CSK in Moscow. But because Mourinho is Porto's ex-manager, Benfica won't give us an easy game. The fans will be up for it. Mourinho, he'll be up for it. Benfica will be up for it. And that's why I think it'll actually be a tougher game than Benfica are giving the likes of CSK in Moscow and also Basel. But that's my own opinion. You may disagree. Declan saying 3-0. Alistair Birch saying 2-0. Evil Befall saying 2-1 to Manchester United. Akil Raj saying 2-0 win. And Derg saying 2-0 win. 3-1 win, says Alex Angel on Facebook. How you doing, mate? Got Dilu watching from Bhutan. Good morning to you, mate. Gurab saying 3-0 to Manchester United. And Lindsay Oliver saying 3-1 to Manchester United. Alex Abraham saying 3-1. Maxton Lowe, good morning, Maxton. 2-1, Lukaku will score. Everybody is confident of a Manchester United win, and I don't think that's wrong. I just think tonight might be a slightly more difficult game than anybody expects. I think after going away to CSK in Moscow, the hardest trip in the group stage, and winning 4-1 there, could have been 4-0, but we let a goal in right at the end. Everybody's looking and feeling comfortable. But I just feel that tonight against Benfica are going to play better than I think most people are giving them credit for. That's my own opinion. As I said, you may disagree, and clearly, by all of these comments here, you do disagree. Although, Maverick, he's saying, I agree with a 1-1 draw, and Dennis says a 0-0 draw. But Mohammed says a Martial hat-trick. And Mark Berman, good morning to you, mate, watching from Tel Aviv. He's saying 2-0 to Manchester United. I mean, all in all, Manchester United in great form at the moment, aren't we? It might have been a 0-0 draw against Liverpool, but we're unbeaten in 8 in the league, and we've won our 2 opening Champions League games. So things are going very well right now for Manchester United. If we can win tonight, heading into the game at the weekend, was it Huddersfield away? Huddersfield are looking pretty shaky at the moment. So I will be confident, more confident there of a win than I am of this Benfica game. And that's not to say that I don't think we'll win. Actually, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. I don't think we'll win. I think it'll be a score draw tonight. But judging from most of these comments, a lot of you disagree with me. But that is it for today's MUFC Daily. As you can see, it's all about Jose Mourinho and confirming his plans about the future. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that notification bell and please drop a like on the video. It makes a big difference. If you hit that notification bell, you'll never miss one of these shows. You'll get a ping every time we go live. And if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like the page. We're here every single morning, 10 a.m. British time. We'll see you tomorrow morning, hopefully after Manchester United can get 3 points against Benfica. But if I'm correct, which doesn't happen very often, I think we might come over with a draw. Anyway, take it easy.